The Minnesota Vikings upset the Washington Redskins 34-27 thanks to a comeback in the second half where Minnesota found themselves down 13 points and without their starting quarterback Christian Ponder, who heroically dived at a pylon injuring his shoulder. Matt Castle came in the rest of the way to take the Vikings home, but it was the Vikings defense who held up, allowing the comeback and stopping the Redskins from scoring a last-minute touchdown with an interesting and peculiar strategy that might go revolutionary implemented by Leslie Frazier in this game. More for that in a second. The game started out well for the Redskins, who are great on paper statistically. Robert Griffin III had 3 touchdown passes and over 280 yards passing, 139 yards rushing for Alfred Morris. But the Vikings put the clamps on them in the second half for the most part. And the defense, as I was just mentioning, utilized a strategy I had not seen before. I don't know what everyone else was thinking, but I was a little bit taken aback when I saw the Vikings taking timeouts while the Redskins were driving down the field desperately trying to tie the game at 34 apiece, which didn't happen. There was less than a minute to go, and the Vikings took 2 timeouts, stopping the clock for the Redskins. What this did was allow the Vikings to change personnel groupings, stop the momentum of the Redskins, who drove all the way down the field inside the 10-yard line, get their bearings, get their breath, and I thought all that combined was advantage Vikings, and I never would have thought of that. You really want the clock to run out, and you want the team to on the offensive side to feel the pressure of that clock ticking away. But this was a different strategy by the Vikings. A reverse 2-minute drill, stopping the clock on defense, allowing the Redskins to set themselves, come up with a play, but they were ready too. The Vikings had their men on the field that they wanted, their personnel, their strategy, and a little bit of rest. So, excellent job by Leslie Frazier going unconventional on the defensive 2-minute drill to win the game for the Vikings. It went down to a 4th down where Griffin III hit Santana Moss, but it was out of bounds. It was a completed pass bobbling as he went out of bounds. Both referees on the scene saw it clearly. There was no need for a replay. So there you have it, 34-27 Vikings. Their first win at home in the Metrodome this year. Though they're 2-7, their other win was considered a home win, but it was in London. So unlike Eagles fans who haven't seen a win since last year, early on, the Vikings got to see their team win at home. So congratulations to them, and from Eagles fans and everybody who's a fan of an NFC East team other than the Redskins, thanks Minnesota Vikings for making this NFC East just that much more interesting. It allows the Giants to have a little bit more hope, and it adds extra meaning to the Eagles going into Lambeau Field this Sunday. And of course, a little breathing room for the Cowboys, at least for the moment. The Cowboys have to go down to Drew Brees and the Saints in the New Orleans Superdome coming off a loss, so good luck to them. At the end of this week, the standings should be really tightened up. So, I won't say hail to the Redskins. Maybe they should change their name. Eagles, Redskins, Cowboys, Giants. This is anybody's game. Minnesota Vikings, you might have just lost a draft pick.